Welcome back again, everybody, to UR Supreme Toys. We've got a twofer this time. We're going to be looking at Mon Star, the Limbo Mob Kingpin from Silverhawks Wave 2 Ultimates, as well as his Transformation Chamber Throne. Now, I had Mon Star as a kid. He had the flippable head feature, sort of like the 90s Power Rangers, where, you know, he would be regular Mon Star and then he'd transform into Big Mon Star. But it was two versions of the same character shoved into one figure. Super7 is giving us both. So for first wave, we got the giant Mon Star, which I cannot wait to get. And the second wave, they're giving us the little Mon Star. So let's go ahead and pop him out of this shipper box. And again, we have this red metallic slipcase, which is gorgeous. All right. So let's go ahead and do a slip reveal. Ooh. Okay. So I see why they did the elongated box, because his heads are so big that it wouldn't have made sense to make it deep. Let's see, this guy has got quite the mug. First impressions, the paint kind of looks sloppy on this guy. On the head sculpts, not so much the, well, you know what, it kind of looks iffy everywhere. But I don't know. There's not a lot of accessories. I thought there was going to be a lot of accessories, but, you know, it's just a few head sculpts and stuff. So, let's turn him around. Got his little holographic image here. Let's check out his bio. Mon Star, leader of the Limbo Mob. Mon Star is the head of the Limbo Mob and functions as the local criminal kingpin. He has been around Limbo for over 300 years. He has above normal strength, but when endowed within the light of Limbo's Mon Star, Mon Star's body transforms and is entirely covered in robotic armor. His strength becomes many times greater than in his normal state. He has jets on his elbows that he can use to fly through space, as well as fire red energy blasts. His most dangerous ability is the star-like blasts that come from what would normally be his eye patch. He has a personal vendetta against Stargazer and all who align themselves with the Silverhawks. Ooh, Mon Star. Monster guy. Interesting character concept. Let's go ahead and pop him out. Okay. Alright, Mon Star. I can already see one potential issue, and that is the size and weight of his head is going to make him so top heavy. Alright. Let's take a gander at him. Let's get a close-up of that mug. I gotta say, it's not too bad. It looks like they accidentally tampoed the star on his eye patch twice. I don't think it, yeah. You can sort of see one over the other. So, I don't know. It looks, I don't know why they accidentally did that. The sculpt is really, the sculpt is fine. I don't know. There's just so much going on with that head and the paint. It sort of, I don't know. It sort of looks like a painting from the front. I don't know how else to explain it. He's got these really spiky spikes on his shoulder pads, and those are soft. But it blends well. The wash on him is amazing. The wash is so pronounced on him that he just stands out in comparison to the other figures. Whereas you can barely notice a hint of wash on Windhammer or Bluegrass. He's just really washed out with that red on black on black on red. I like it. I think he looks good. I think the sculpt's pretty good. Let's see, the head articulation, you're not going to get a lot because that hair is just 80s as can be. It's got shoulder articulation, which is going to be stopped by that pauldron. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got the elbow, which is not going to go 90, but it does have a twist. And then he's got his wrist articulation. This is mirrored over to the other side. He has a ab crunch, which isn't much of an ab crunch. It just gives him a little bit of motion. There doesn't appear to be anything at the waist. No, not that I can see. He's got this He-Man inspired looking loincloth. He's just a very furry guy. A lot of hair on this guy. Then he's got his hip swivel and hinge. The knee goes a pretty good distance, more than 90, and it's got a twist. And then he's got his rocker ankles and hinge. So articulation, not too bad. He feels pretty solid, pretty sturdy. I mean, my only issue, like, I'm glad the feet are sturdy on him. If he'd had loose ankles like Steel Will, he would not be standing right now. That being said, accessories. All right, he comes with 2 extra heads. He's got this yelling head, which is very gnarly. I like this. I think this is more like he's calling on the power of the Mon Star head. I like it. I like the little pink eye patch. I feel like they should have included a eye laser. I feel like that's what he's trying to do here, shoot an eye laser. But maybe that was with the big version. I can't remember. Then he's got this more I'm talking to you head. And the paint is okay. This is out of line. The star is out of line. You can see where they sculpted the line, and the tampo is just off center. So it kind of goes onto his nose. Doesn't look that good. You know, the posing wind-blown hair. So there's options here. He comes with his birds. He's got his little mechanical demon bat here, which I guess he's like supposed to be perched like a bat. He looks good. I would have liked to have had multiple versions of him with his wings spanned out, but I think he comes with some with the giant Mon Star. And then he's got the non-mechanized bat lizard guy, whose wings are on a ball joint. Good. That's cool. They gave him little ball joint wings. And his head. Check that out. It's got a head swivel, ball joint wings. This is a great little companion figure. He's painted decently. Got a little flicking tongue there. I like him. Even if I didn't put Mon Star on a shelf, I could find a place for him. He's cool. And then he's got all these hands. All these hands. He's got all the hands. He's got 2. I'm going to get you hands. He's got 2 gripping hands. He's got 2 fists. He's got 2 pointing hands. So him and Windhammer can like, hey, at each other. And then he has another gripping hand. This is sort of a straight grip, whereas the other one was like an open fingered grip. So he's got stuff. He's got stuff. Let's swap this head off. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. Head was tight. Which head do you want? The talking to you head. Yeah. Come to me. Let's give him a pointy finger, because I feel like he would be the kind of guy who points out everything. He's like Uncle Sam of space. I want you for Mon Star's Limbo Mob gang, okay? There's really not a lot going on with him. He's pretty basic figure. Unique sculpt design. You don't see a lot of characters or figures with this type of paint aesthetic, so I like it. It looks pretty good. There's minor issues with it. I love this companion figure. He's got plenty of options for hands. Let's bring in Steel Will. He is slightly taller than Steel Will, but mostly because of that hair. He's definitely surprisingly beefier. Could probably beat Steel Will up in a fight. Nice and beefy, but smaller. I like it. I gotta say, I like the villain figures better. I liked them better when I was a kid, and I'm liking them here. So far, I would say the winner of this wave is Windhammer. Most definitely. Followed by Mon Star, and then Steel Will, and then Bluegrass is my least favorite. Which is funny, because I know Bluegrass is a big fan favorite with a lot of people. So let's go ahead and Move Mon Star to the side real quick, because we're not quite done. We've got to unbox his transformation chamber throne. Now these are this is a very unnecessary accessory, but it's cool. Let's go ahead and massive accessory this is. It was also pricey, almost the same, practically the same price as an actual figure, which is kind of ridiculous, but they wanted to make it. Let's go ahead and get it out. No slipcase here, don't need it. Nice little picture here. You'll see that the paint on this model of Mon Star is drastically different than the final version that we got. I'm not sure if I would have liked to have gotten that. I think that one looks really good. But anywho, let's get this honking piece of plastic out of this box. Oh wow. And just so you know, this is a hefty piece of plastic. It's actually soft rubber on the back, but it's hollow, it's hard, but it's a soft rubber. It's got soft rubber parts. This is a softer rubber, but the rest is a hard plastic. The paint wash on this is great. They didn't have a lot to do. It's like, hey, paint this chair. They accomplished it. It's a chair. It's painted. It looks good. The sculpting's good. It looks like something from the Aliens movie. Like, I like it. This looks like an engineer's chair. Yeah. Sits firmly and sturdy. Let's see how Mon Star chills. He's like, he needs a goblet. He needs a cup. And he's like, bring me a beverage. He fits in it well. Now, the giant Mon Star is supposed to be able to fit in this chair relatively easy too. He looks good. I like this. This is a great accessory. It was pricey, but it looks good. This chair kind of bumps him up a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, he might be edging out Windhammer just for this chair. And this chair could be used for anybody. You could use this chair for any character from any toy line of this scale, and it will look good. Alright, let's take Mon Star out and see how some other characters from other Ultimates lines fit. Let's see if Mum-Ra likes this chair. And Mum-Ra needs a throne. So if you want to put Mum-Ra in here, let's see. Let's see if Mum-Ra likes to chill. The only issue with Mum-Ra is, of course, this stupid waist skirt. But he fits in it pretty good. He's like, hey, get out of my throne. And Super7 likes to do thrones. I don't know what it is. They have a bone throne that came with the Snake Mountain playset for Skeletor. They have this throne for Mon Star. And, of course, they did a throne for Lord Zed in their Mighty Morphin Power Rangers line. Now, Mum-Ra is a pretty tall character. Taller than Mon Star. But he's going to be shorter than the giant Mon Star, which I cannot wait to get. But who else can fit in this chair? Let's see. Muckman. Muckman, you fit in this chair pretty well? Muckman's like, it's not very comfortable for me, but I like it. I'm just showing this, like, it doesn't matter how big the character is, they're going to fit in this chair pretty good. This is a wonderful figure, by the way. Love this guy. This throne is great. This has been an unboxing and review of both Super7's Silverhawks Ultimates Mon Star, as well as his Transformation Chamber throne. I gotta say, Mon Star, Windhammer, really take the cake in this wave. It's got me looking forward to the other monster characters, mob characters from the line. Love his little demon companion. Love his little folded up back companion. I wish they would have put a little like thing that he could have grabbed and like just chilled somewhere. I am UR Supreme Toys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.